Statistics South Africa and Census 2022, Zwaling local municipality has a population of 128,672. Honorable Chair, the key challenges in Zwaling is the high level of poverty and high rates of unemployment, which is contributing to the overall declining of the economy. Currently, the municipality has registered 9,922 indigents. The plan is to reach the target of not less than 20,000 households in this financial year, thus contribute to the low revenue collection, and the municipality is a grant-reliant municipality. Honorable Chair, that's why municipality is a municipality that is providing services in its area of jurisdiction, except water and sanitation, which is provided by our district municipality in the rural areas, and Zwaling is providing water in 3 towns because bulk services are with the water authorities, which is Ngakamudirumulema. I will go quickly, Honorable Chair, to brief the committee on the collection rate of Zwaling local municipality. Zwaling municipality has adopted an unfunded budget for 2025-26 due to its low revenue collection rate of 39%. And its historical debt, which include but not limited to the pension funds and the ESCOM for bulk services. The municipality is currently on a norm, at a zero norm of 1 month to 3 months cash coverage, which means that there are no reserve to cover on month expenditure, whilst the ratio is at 0.42. Honorable Chair, we have remedial action to capacitate or to increase the revenue in our municipality. There are no reserve to cover on month expenditure, whilst the ratio is at 0.42. Honorable Chair, we have remedial action to capacitate or to increase the revenue in our municipality on month expenditure, whilst the ratio is at 0.42. Honorable Chair, we have remedial action to capacitate or to increase the revenue in our municipality on month expenditure, whilst the ratio is at 0.42. Honorable Chair, we have remedial action to capacitate or to increase the revenue in our municipality on month expenditure, whilst the ratio is at 0.42. Honorable Chair, we have remedial action to capacitate or to increase the revenue in our municipality on month expenditure, whilst the ratio is at 0.42. Honorable Chair, we have remedial action to capacitate or to increase the revenue in our municipality on month expenditure, whilst the ratio is at 0.42. Honorable Chair, we have remedial action to capacitate or to increase the revenue in our municipality IG grant to buy a specialized vehicle that will assist us and that will help us to accelerate the refuse removal service. And we have also consulted with the Department of Land Reform to avail land to the municipality. I think it has been 3 months ago. There are 3 mines in Swaying and are requested to assist in developing some of these villages. What I can forward to this committee is that the Swaying local municipality remain committed to address the issues raised by the Auditor General and ensuring that it improves its performance and audit outcomes. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Issues raised by the Auditor General and ensuring that it improves its performance and audit outcomes. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor. Let's proceed to ask the members to give us the questions. Let me start with these members this side this time around. Any hands? 1, 2? No. All right, I'll come to the province just now. Let me start this side. Okay, there's one question this side. Let me see. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's fine.
Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you also for the presentation. Just quickly on performance bonuses, again, your municipality has not gotten favorable audit outcomes. Has any performance bonuses, not the 13th check, the performance bonuses based on the KPIs for service delivery, has any performance bonuses been paid out to any MM or director in the last, say, 5 years? Then your litigation expenses. I know that there was something in the news regarding the mayor and I think the speaker. There was some, even with your own party, there's some issues. I want you to tell us, because I can go to the City Press article, but there's a 10 million rand. Can you please tell me about that 10 million rand? Then also, do you have councillors or officials owing the municipality any rates and taxes for any services for more than 90 days? We do know that that is illegal and that would fall under the speaker really. So I want you to focus on that and tell me what are your action plans and what do they owe? What is the outstanding debt by your own officials and councillors? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. If I can give let me answer directly the one that speaks about the City Press issue. I can confirm, Honorable Chair, that the issue in the City Press that clearly says that the mayor and the speaker are facing charges of corruption. And a case was opened in 2022 for the mayor, and that case was closed again. It was reopened recently this year, and the case is still under investigation. There is no case that is open for the speaker. So that's why I'm saying let's wait for the investigation, for the allegation to be proven through the investigation. The case is with the Hawks. If I don't know whether I'm allowed to, I don't want to disclose things because the case is under investigation. But I did make my statement as the mayor because the Hawks, they came to my office and what they asked me, I did confirm what they asked me.
Let's not go into further details. We wanted to know, is there such a case? What's happening to the case? You're saying, yes, there is. You say the police, the Hawks are investigating against the mayor, not with the speaker. Let's wait if there's any other question. That's fine.
Thank you, Chair.
Still with the others?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. There is no performance bonuses that were paid to any official. I will give the CFO to answer on the issues of the 10 million.
No, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. In terms of the amount of money spent by the municipality in relation to legal costs in 2023-2024, and in terms of the audited financial statements we had an expenditure of 6.4 million and not 10 million. And of that 6.4 million, 5.8 was used in relation to disciplinary cases, and 677,000 was used for other matters. So in terms of our records, the amount is 6.4 and not the 10 million. With regard to the issue of councillors and employees owing for services and for rates, we have had several engagements internally with those that are affected by this non-compliance, and we have made recommendations to the accounting officer to write letters as a final step of ensuring that they respond positively, and failure to do that, then he will have to enforce their responsibility by making sure that we make a direct deduction from their salaries from the municipality. So those are the steps that we have taken. Some, they have responded positively to the call, and others are still reluctant for different reasons that you have cited. Some are disputing their municipal accounts to say they are not accurate and so forth. So, but those that responded positively are currently paying, and then those that have not, we are still working on that matter. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Chair. I'm just having something that I just want to ask to the mayor. Is the current MM, the one that you bought today, does he qualify as per regulations required to appoint substantive or acting senior manager for 5 years managerial experience? Because here we just got something that in 2002, 2003 to 2005 manager of corporate service Twaing suspended and dismissed. 2010 to 2012 supervisor in Home Affairs was dismissed. Councillor in 2016 to 2021 disbandment 5 months before elections. 2022 bought it without advertising a post of acting HR manager. A month later was elevated to acting director corporate and date. He was appointed as acting MM on Friday. So can you please, Mayor, explain that to us? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. If I can be given an opportunity to send the information to the committee that is currently requested right now. But what I can confirm is that the qualification, the current acting MM is compliant with the regulations. And then what I heard from the Honorable Member about the cases, the what, let me give an opportunity, Honorable Chair, to bring the information, because I don't have that information now.
That's fine.
The person in question is me.
Thank you, Chair. Mine is on the post-audit plan. I also want to check with the municipality if they do have post-audit plan in order to reduce material irregularities, to address issues of consequence management, and also to deal with issues of accountability. Thank you, Chair.
Respect.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. The municipality developed the post-audit action plan subsequent to the release of the audit results for the financial year in question. And this particular post-audit action plan is being updated on a regular basis by the affected officials and functionaries. And also the AFS steering committee meetings have been held every week on Thursday to monitor progress in terms of the implementation. Now, in relation to issues of material irregularity, in the sense of MI, the municipality did not have any in the 23-2024 from the side of the Auditor General. They were still doing some assessment, and we're waiting for them to give us feedback in relation to that. But in relation to other transgressions and contraventions of law, we have finalized our registers, and also we still have a backlog of prior issues in relation to UFNW that were never investigated and recommendations were never made to council. So we have then come up with a plan of action to say, before the end of September this year, all these UIFs must be submitted to council and eventually to the MPEC for investigation. And based on their findings, recommendations will be made so that council can then take an appropriate action. So as things stand now, we still have a backlog in relation to that matter. But what I can report on, Honorable Chair, is that there was an investigation and disciplinary processes that were undertaken by the municipality, which eventually led to the termination of 2 of the officials of the municipality. That is the former SCM manager and also the public safety manager, who were terminated on the basis of issues of financial misconduct. So far, those are the 2 issues that we can make reference to while we are still processing the rest. Thanks.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to know from the municipality, what was the plan to settle the 7.3 million rand owed to the pension fund? And what measures will you implement to make sure that that doesn't happen again in future and that there is compliance? I also want to know what you are going to do as a municipality in terms of prioritizing the paying of debts of third parties, and how are you going to implement, what are you going to, steps are you going to implement to manage your cash flow and ensure timely payments? And then the last one, again, like the previous municipality, there's a discrepancy between your budget spending and your target achievement. What corrective actions will be taken to address the inefficiencies that led to the spending of 70% of your budget while only achieving 43% of your targets? Thank you.
Thank you once again, Honorable Chair. In relation to the amount of 7.3 million, it came from the commitment that the municipality made in March to our different pension funds. And the arrangement was such that in the month of March, we will start to make our first payments in terms of that arrangement. And in the subsequent months, we will then pay the full current account. So after making payments in March, due to the financial constraints on the municipality, we were unfortunately not able to pay these commitments in the month of April, May, and June. Hence, the assessment of National Treasury then pointed to the amount of 7.3 million that was owed at that stage in relation to pension funds. And as a corrective measure going forward, we have engaged all the pension funds and we have concluded all the payment arrangements with them. And as we speak now, we have started to pay the current accounts, though we have not paid all of them so far, but there is a movement in relation to that matter. And maybe I need to indicate that also from the side of the provincial Cogta, we are expected as CFOs and accounting officers to report on a monthly basis in terms of what have we done and to what extent have we serviced these commitments that we are having, especially on the side of the pension funds. And talking of our creditors in general, those that we are owing larger amounts of money, we have also adopted the same approach of engaging them and entering into payment arrangements. Just to mention a few, AG is also part of them, and BCX and others. And we are working tirelessly to ensure that the developed budget funding plan, it is implemented and eventually it yields the results that are expected. We have established a cash management committee that oversees the implementation of the same plan. And in addition to that, looking into the limited number of streams of revenue that the municipality has, we have now of late appointed 2 service providers who are going to play a key role in terms of helping us on matters of revenue enhancement. The one is appointed for traffic law enforcement, and then the other one is appointed to help with matters of installation of meter readings, smart meter installation, my apology. And also we are considering the appointment of a debt collector, because there are instances where even if we implement our normal credit control and debt collection processes, we are not able to disconnect electricity, we are unable to even restrict water. So the only recourse that we have under those circumstances will be to hand over those that are at fault in terms of their payments. And we are confident that with that, we will be able to see an improvement in terms of the revenue of the municipality. Thanks.
Thank you. The guys in charge of communication at the back, we need someone who's going to run with the mic. Can somebody come forward? You need to use a chair nearby. We need the mic over that side. Do you have another third mic? You only got 2. There are 4. Where are the 4 mics? Can we see the 4 mics? Why are they so far away? Okay, we have now been using this mic because these mics were lying somewhere. So can you put them in front there? So we need them. Maybe put this side. Can you leave it over there? Yeah, then this side we can at least share that mic. We can at least share this one up to the side. Please proceed.
Thank you, Chair.
Sorry. Okay. How many more hands do you have here? I had the lady who had the heads up. Oh, I see. I've got lots of afterthoughts. Let's go to the lady. Start. No. No, if you raise like that, you'll be following like that. So she was the first. So let's come back this way because I see that there are more hands now. That's fine.
Thanks so much, Chairperson. I've got one question. Because the second one, I think I'm answered because the province, according to the presentation by the MEC Cogta, was that the council must sit and get an internal person to act as a municipal manager. So my question is, now that we are having an acting when are we starting with the recruitment process? Because the major challenge in Trying is the vacant senior management positions. So to have a fully functional institution, I think those positions must be filled as soon as possible. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Pastor Mike, please respond.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chairperson and colleagues. Currently, the substantive is under precautionary suspension. Thank you.
We're having a bit of a thing. Have you answered the question? Have you answered the question?
Yes, Chair. I have said currently the substantive municipal manager is under precautionary suspension. That is point number 1. Number 2 is that we do have a substantive technical services director, a substantive chief financial officer, and the position of community services director is vacant currently. It was advertised but then withdrawn because the community services director by then appealed the matter and went to CCMA. So the sit-down was last week. We'll hear the report of the commissioner with regard to the termination of the contract of the community services director. Secondly, the position of the corporate services director is vacant. It was advertised twice, and I would say preferred or a potential appointee to that position who was supposed to be appointed. He got another offer somewhere else. So the position is vacant. It has been advertised. It is at a profiling stage now for it to be, for the position to be filled. Thanks.
Okay. Your question was, we need an undertaking that there will be appointments that made on these posts. That was the question. Okay. Now, please ask your question, and then you can do your follow-up all
Thank you.
once.
Thank you, Chair. I will start with a follow-up question on that question to the Mayor. Apparently, the previous MM that's now on suspension, there was a disciplinary hearing, and the findings of the disciplinary hearing was that the MM was acquitted of all the charges against him. And there was a special council meeting on the 18th of July informing council that the MM has to be reinstated on the 1st of August. Now that's a month ago. Can you please tell us what is going on here? Because, you know, decisions has been through the council, not being implemented. I'm hearing about advertisements and things. Get us straight the clarity on what is going on. Thank you.
No. You got other questions? You got one, come back.
Let me ask the rest. Okay.
Yes, please.
Then, in the audit findings, there was referred to that financial misconduct and alleged crime that indicated in the financial conduct of the municipality has not been reported to SAPS. And then it said that you are in a process of assessment of these cases. What is the process and what is the timeline for that? Then on your revenue collection, I would like to know if your billings, how does your billing work? Because the information that I have, it's inconsistent and wrong. The manager, revenue manager post is vacant for a very long time. Apparently you have a new valuation role that cannot be implemented and doesn't serve you any purpose to collect revenue because the valuer that did the valuation role has not been paid yet. So what is the position on that? And then you have a fleet.
Round up.
A fleet contract with Europcar that provides you with 5 bakkies and a cherry picker and a car for the mayor and a car for the speaker. But the cost for that on a monthly and or a yearly basis is a state secret. It's not been revealed to anybody. So can you please tell us what is the reason that the cost cannot be revealed to the council? And or give us the information on that. And then
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get the response.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair and Honorable Member. The process of disciplinary hearing for the substantive MM, the council had, on its council sitting, they did sit on the matter and they have a resolution on the matter which of accepting the outcome of the disciplinary hearing outcomes, which were favoring the substantive MM. And then the council on its own sitting decided again to continue with the other charges for the substantive municipal manager. Thank you.
Honorable Labuskaghne, it's incomprehensible. All right, let's finish the questions, we'll come back.
No, thank you very much once again, Chair. With regard to the billing system, there are issues of discrepancies in the billing system that we are aware of administratively. And as a result of that, there are some mechanisms that we have decided to put in place. Number one, we have established a dispute resolution committee because for the longest of time, disputes were not attended to. And also number two, we have established a steering committee also comprising of other stakeholders such as your rates association. And the purpose of the steering committee is to frequently engage with the dispute committee to check progress in relation to issues that were raised as to how far are we in terms of resolving them. Now, on the issue of the evaluation role, we have started to implement the new evaluation role effectively from July this year. And that particular role was certified and handed over to the municipality in January this year in line with the requirements of legislation. It is true that at some point we were not able to pay the valuer, but that matter has now been resolved. And we had a meeting. In that meeting, they've indicated to us that out of the number of disputes that were lodged in terms of the valuation role, there were just around 50, and about 21 of them are still to be concluded. But there's nothing at the moment that stops us from implementing the evaluation role. And in the event there are issues that are genuine from those disputes that are raised, we still have recourse in the form of supplementary evaluation roles to adjust the values of their properties. So there is no crisis insofar as the issue of the evaluation role is concerned. And even upon its uploading, we made sure that we are able to monitor the uploading so that we don't have discrepancies like it happened in the past. Thank you very much.
Let's hold it at that. What's your query, Lapusco? You wanted to query something?
Chair, there's still another question not being answered.
No.
Yeah, but the one that I didn't understand is, go back to the council meeting. What if the council decided to go with one decision and then in the same meeting decided to go with another decision? I just need some clarity. What you
Okay.
explained, Mayor, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Honorable Chair, thank you. Honorable Chair, I indicated that the disciplinary hearing, the outcomes, was before council. Because council, it is the one that is appointing senior managers. And council did accept the outcome of the disciplinary hearing for the municipal manager, the substantive. And during the process of bringing the municipal manager back into the council, I'm the one who's delegated by council as the mayor to communicate with the acting MM. When I received the outcome of the hearing, I did write a letter to the municipal manager and inform him in writing that I am aware, I have noted that the outcome of the hearing are favoring, they are favoring you. Let me give a council an opportunity to note, because they cannot change the outcome, to note that you have to come back. And on that day, my letter was not responded to by the municipal manager, and then he came back to work without even council sitting on the matter. And there was disruption for a week for bringing him back. And as the mayor delegated by council, I made a report to council about the disruption of services. So he was suspended with other new charges. Thank you.
Let's get the basics right now. The mayor is delegated by council to communicate this matter with the MM. The MM is suspended. The MM takes the matter further, and the court rules in favor of the mayor, and the mayor, sorry, in favor of the MM. The MM is informed by the mayor is informed of this, and then the MM, the mayor then writes to the MM to say, you are supposed to. I note that the outcome is favoring you, but I still want to go to the council. And you haven't gone to the council. Instead, the MM has come back, and there's a riot in the premises. Now, let's just take it a little bit slowly. From the time the municipal manager got the favorable results. Did you have a letter from him, or how did you know about that?
I was notified by the chairperson.
Notified by?
By the chairperson of by the letter from the acting MM, which was a letter directed to the acting MM from the chairperson of the disciplinary hearing. It was in writing.
From the day of the disciplinary hearing, the letter, from the time you received the letter from the MM, from the chairperson of the board, it's how many days ago, if you were to just say between today and that time? About a week, 2 weeks,
I received
3
the
weeks?
letter. It might be 3 weeks because I received the
3
letter.
weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, but you then told the MM that you will report the matter to the council, but for 3 weeks we haven't been able to do that.
No, Honorable Chair, let me explain it. I received it was on Friday, around 5. And then I wrote a letter on Sunday because to the substantive MM that I'm aware that you must come back to work, but let me take the matter to council. And then the letter, he received the letter on Sunday through the email. And then we talked on the phone. I explained to him that please wait for council to sit on the matter.
Which
But
would be which date? You said you must wait until which date?
we spoke on which will be Monday. I forgot it.
Okay.
So the council was going to be next Friday. So the MM decided to come to work and say the letter of the mayor does not have any legal standing, so he will come to work. And then there were those disruptions because the municipal manager was brought.
Okay, let's just sort out one thing I'm trying to get. So you have the letter, you have written to the mayor to say the mayor must wait until the council meeting sits, but you don't know when that meeting is going to sit. And 3 weeks later, has the meeting of the council set?
The meeting, the letter was that the meeting will sit on Friday. So he was supposed to come on Monday. Then I said, can you give council a chance to sit on the matter? And the council sat on Friday.
And then what was the decision of the council?
Now, on Friday, when council sat on Friday, already from Monday until Thursday, there were no services that could be rendered by the municipality because the community could not, they were forcing themselves in with the MM. The Sanko, the political parties, they were saying the letter of the mayor is wrong. The MM has won a case. So they enforced, the services were disrupted for 5 days, for the past 4 days.
Okay, let's deal with that as an interlocutory issue. Let's just get to the Friday meeting. Then the matter was tabled at council and the mayor tables the letter from the chairman of the disciplinary board. What is the decision of the council?
The council noted the outcome and requested me to delegated me to write to the MM to come back to work on the 1st of August. And the letter was sent to the MM to come back to work on the 1st of August.
And where is the MM now?
The MM was suspended again with new charges.
Based on what?
Based on misconduct.
Based on which misconduct?
Disruption of service delivery. Declaring.
Okay, but you can find the letter in your records and
Yes.
which was sent to him.
To him.
Yes.
Thank you.
You'll give it to us just now.
Yes, thank you.
Lapus Kachne? You sent it to me? Gee, you are more efficient than the municipality. All right, don't worry, our team is more efficient. So we'll come back to the matter. Let's get back to the honorable member.
Thank you, Chair. Swaying councillors are participating in procurement committees, which is in contravention of the MFMA. what informs this or what guides this municipality to allow the councillors to participate in procurement committees? My next one, Chair, is to say, how does this or how will it impact on the employees, the 7.3 million that should have been paid into the pension funds? How would it impact on the employees who should be benefiting out of that? Lastly, Chair, the audit report indicates that losses from fruitless and wasteful expenditure were written off as irrecoverable without being certified by council, which is in contravention of MFMA 32(2)B. What informed that? What is guiding Swaying to take these decisions? Thank you, Chair.
Please respond. Sorry, Mayor, I've got one letter. I need another letter from you, the one that suspends the mayor, the MM. So whilst we talk, you'll just send it to me. Thank you. Please proceed with the response.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. In relation to the members of council participating in bid committees, there are two issues at hand in relation to this matter. There are councillors who later were appointed in the administration, and during the process of the audit, it appeared as if there was a bit of a confusion to say, is this person a councillor or an administrator? But apart from that, we then also have a situation where in the previous years, there were parallel council structures. There were two councils, and out of those two councils, decisions were taken by both of them, and later on some of those who were part of those parallel structures, they found themselves in the administration, and at that point in time, certain processes were undertaken which were actually coming from the background of the parallel councils. So during the time of the audit, they were then seen as being referees and players at the same time. But this is not to suggest...
Just hold on. What's a parallel structure?
There were two councils at some point in Swahili.
Okay, what's two councils? Were they PR councillors or were they ward councillors? What were they?
From what I understand, Honorable Chair, there was a council, and then later on another council was formed. As to how the process was undertaken, I'm not sure, but that is what I've gathered.
Okay, but what makes you think there were two parallel? Because if there's an election day today, me and you were councillors yesterday, and there's an election, and the two people next to you were councillors tomorrow, then they can't be parallel councillors. At some point I was a councillor, at some point they are councillors, but you can't have parallel. So what was this thing you're talking about? Was you're making it very official. If you make it official now, we need an official definition of what you're saying.
Now, thanks, Honorable Chair. Maybe I will ask the Speaker to assist.
We don't do that.
All right.
We are pendula. When you answer?
Okay. Yeah, Honorable Chair, as I've indicated, there were issues in council, and because of that issue that for some reasons could not be resolved, there were now two councils, meaning there was a mayor this side, a mayor this side, a MM this side, and MM this side. That was the situation prevalent at the time.
Let's give to the Speaker. Let's give to the Speaker.
Thanks very much, Chair. Chair, the issue in question is a matter that happened in the previous council, not the current administration. In the previous council, there was a motion of no confidence against the mayor and the speaker, and they taken each other to court, and others refused to allow those who pass motion of no confidence to be in the office. So there was that drama in the previous council. So it happens that in the previous council, one of the officials who is now an employee, he was part of the previous council. There are other issues that he processes currently, and those issues are affecting issues that happened in the previous term. Hence the AG says this person was a councillor, but the very same person is the one who is processing the payment of service providers that happens during the time when he was a councillor.
Okay, but you're a speaker. No, don't take it away. So just, you're a speaker. So you were elected with some people. And therefore we know you are legitimate because you were inaugurated as a council. Now, if you have 2 mayors, question was asked here, how many councillors vote a mayor in? How many councillors? Because it can't be 2. So how did you have 2 councils? Because there's only one that can be legitimate at a time. It can't be 2. You are a speaker, you know that. If you are a speaker, which one would have been, I mean, how would you have 2 councils in one municipality?
Okay. Our council constitutes of 28 councillors. But in the previous term, it was 29 councillors. So 15 councillors have voted in favor of the motion to remove both mayor and the speaker, and 14 councillors did not agree with the motion. But after the motion was passed, there was court battles between the 2 groups. These other ones that were removed from the office through a vote of no confidence went to court, and they won in court. Then the decision of the council was overturned. After the decision of the council was overturned, this other group, they placed that court order on appeal. The matter was appealed. Even if the matter was still appealed by this other group, this other one, they still did not refuse to vacate the office.
Okay, all right. So let's not call it parallel councils, because that's not the parallel council. You've basically got a divided council that creates a confusion by electing one or 2 people to the same position. But it's not like they themselves were 2 councils. They were divided. Because if you say it's 2 councils, it sounds like we got 29 this side and 29 this side. Doesn't quite work. But in case, let's leave the issue. The point was the people who were councillors participating in procurement committees. And you are saying it did participate, but they participated when they were councillors prior to them being members of the administration? Or did you say they participated as municipal managers when in fact they were no longer councillors? Which of the 2? Aye. That CFO answer that. That's the CFO.
No, thanks, Honorable Chair. In terms of the constitution of our bid committees, we do not have councillors serving in those committees. But as I've indicated, because decisions were taken by the divided council, and later on, those decisions were implemented administratively by some of those who were part of the same councils. Now, they were seen as having been part of that process to some extent. And later...
No. It can't work like that. Okay, you've got a council, and Speaker clarifies it. You've got a council, it's got 29 councillors. They're causing confusion. They're creating a situation where they've got 2 people who are occupying the same position. Leave their mess. They can't participate in procurement. Full stop. Now, on what basis do you accept that somebody could have been a councillor and would have participated? You. On what basis?
On the basis that, Honorable Chair, some of those who were part of the previous council, they later on became part of administration.
Okay.
And in the administration.
Wait. So someone was a councillor, whatever confusion he caused, is no longer a councillor now, is now in the administration. So you are not saying that the same people who were a divided council, at the same time they actually participated in procurement as like what you'd have done with managers or administrators. You are saying they were council, this one was a councillor, then he stopped being a councillor, he became a member of the administration. That's what happened?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Okay. So your answer is someone was a councillor, resigned, became an employee of the municipality, then participated, and it was not that a council, that was a councillor and continued to participate in procurement.
Yes, no, that's how it is, Honorable Chair.
Okay. I think the big story you're giving us is interesting, but it's created a bit of confusion because we didn't quite get what was what. Let's move on. So you are saying, now I'm going to check what AG's concern was about that, because the question really is, why would AG think that a person is a councillor when they participated in procurement and you say they were not? And you would have told that and produced evidence for that. We'll need to get back to that question. Can you just finish off? That was your question largely. It's clearer now. Okay. Sure. Sorry?
It is clear from your side because my understanding is like yours. But what they are explaining doesn't gel. Thank you.
I agree with you there. Because this story is one that's causing us confusion more than the answer we needed. You are next.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. The first question would be to the MEC in terms of what are the interventions. You'd forgive me if you had indicated in your briefing, but what interventions are designed for this disastrous situation we see in front of us? That will be the first question. The second question to the leaders of this municipalities, you've been sitting with a qualified audit for 5 consecutive financial years. You have amongst your vacancy, funded vacancy shortages, about 20% is in finance. That's according to the AG. So what is your turnaround strategy? Do you see yourself with any prospects of turning around the situation? Then on your slide 5, with regards to projects, just 2 questions. One is on the upgrade of Delarenville Sports Ground. The figures are too accurate. People in project management will know that there will be cost overruns and all of that. Here is 10 million registered amount, allocated amount is 10 million, expenditure is exactly 10 million with no cent exceeded or below. If anyone can just explain that to me, because projects would obviously have certain overruns or they will be below, not exactly to the cent. It's unusual. I'm not saying it's impossible. There's also an issue on the numbering was not even put there, but it's supposed to be number 3, on the construction of a Canal Community Hall. The expenditure is 0, and then the construction phase is at 65% of progress. I want to understand logically how does that happen. I think that will be it for now. Thank you.
No, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. In relation to the turnaround with regard to the audit outcomes, the municipalities have indicated earlier on has developed a post-audit action plan, and the audit steering committee meetings have been sitting regularly to monitor the implementation of that plan. We have also developed the standard operating procedures, in particular for revenue section and also for supply chain management unit. And also we have developed the interim financial statements so that we can start to assess ourselves earlier as to how far are we in terms of resolving issues that were raised by the Office of the Auditor General. And I must also indicate that, Chair, we even allowed AG to start earlier with their planning this year, so that they can, wherever possible, be able to do an assessment of to the extent to which their issues have been resolved. Those are some of the measures that we have put in place. And now of late, we have also made sure that we include as part of the KPIs of senior managers issues of their post-audit action plans that resides in their respective directorates. And with regard to the vacancy rates, the status is still the same. We are to some extent making use of consultants to complement our internal capacity challenges. And one of the reasons why we're not able to move speedily with regard to the recruitment of those vacant positions is because there were a number of issues regarding the organizational structure. But as we speak now, those matters have been resolved and we'll be able to carry on with our recruitment process. And going back to the issue that was also raised earlier on to say, we do not have a revenue manager. Yes, we do not have one, though there's someone acting in that position. And the position was advertised. We are now at a stage where we need to profile and continue and conclude the recruitment process. There was also a question raised in relation to unlawful, fruitless and wasteful expenditure of about 18 million. What happened around this matter? We were granted a write-off by ESCOM, as we are also one of the participating municipalities in their debt relief program. So upon receiving that communique from ESCOM, we then included that in our financial statements that were submitted in August last year. But during the course of the audit, we then realized that as much as we have reduced our fruitless with that amount, we did not actually go to council to seek a resolution. And when we did the adjusted annual financial statements in November, that 80 million was reversed because, as honorable members have said, it did not go through council. So eventually, on the adjusted AFS, that amount was removed until such a time that we have been assisted on that matter. There's also a question that I did not answer on earlier regarding the rented fleet. It is true the municipality is making use of rented fleet at the moment, but we have made a provision in our current budget for the procurement of the vehicle of the speaker and also the mayor. And if also we will do well in terms of our revenue collection, we will also see to it that on the side of service delivery, also we are phasing out these rented vehicles. We are getting reports and invoices on a monthly basis in relation to this particular contract. And at any given moment, if maybe any of the councillors is in need of information, it can be made available to them. It is not a secret, Honorable Chair. And then on the side of the with regard to the construction of Khanalagte Community Hall, as indicated there, the amount allocated was 7.9 and expenditure was 7.3, meaning that the construction is still in progress. So as it is still in progress, we can't report it at 100%, Honorable Chair, unless maybe I did not capture the question correctly. And then with regard to the upgrade of the Larville sports ground, the whole amount has been spent, but if possible, we can also give maybe the proper figures and not the rounded amounts, which are to some extent a bit controversial. But in essence, we have spent everything in relation to the project. Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll come back to that issue. Can we, now we're going this way now. What? Okay, just note them and send them to me. So note them on the piece and let's send them. What's left unanswered, just send to me, so we'll deal with it. Who's the next one?
One question, Kabazela.
You have a question?
One.
One question.
Kabazela,
All right.
a construction of Ganap or community hall, the expenditure is at 0, but the construction progress is at 65%. What are they using to construct this hall if they are not spending the money? That is what the honorable member was simply asking. Thank you.
So who asked the question?
Honorable Matlala asked the question, Chair.
So you outsourced it. Yeah. No, okay. Let's. You've got a different question.
Yes, Chair. So
All
could
right.
they possibly
No.
answer that one?
Then let's get the response onto this question. All right. Clarify. Okay.
Thank you, Chair. The transaction, you have registered it on 2 slides, right? You did on the first slide, which is number 2, say that there was an 7 point something and the construction is at 65%. On the following slide, again, you bring the same item back. You say there is 0% expenditure. There's allocation of 1.7, not the 7 million on the previous slide. Now on the following one, allocation of 1.7, and then then after that there's number 4. Then you say the construction phase is at 65% progress. So that's what I want to understand. If it was 65% above, with the additional allocation, at least it should be 67%, if there was any. You know, I'm trying to make that make sense for me. Thank you.
And the expenditure is how much?
The expenditure is zero. On the second slide. So on the first slide, they say the allocation is 7 point something million. The progress is 65%. They bring the same project on the following slide after that. They say there's an allocation of 1.7, which I assume is on top of the 7%, but then the expenditure is 0. So nothing has been spent of the 1.7 allocated.
Just share that in the meantime. Can you clarify
Thank
that? You've got 30 seconds.
Thank you very much, Chair. The reflection on the first table is correct, but on the second table it's not. It should actually be taken out. Thanks.
Just say that again. I missed it.
The manner in which the project is captured on page number 5 is correct.
Which is
at the amount of 7.9 allocation and 7.3 expenditure.
And the next one.
And the one on the next page, there's a mistake on this one. It should actually not be here.
Should not be here. Just give me the project again. What do you call the project?
It's the construction of Khanalakte Community Hall.
Wait. All right. Is there any other question this side? Yeah,
Yes, Chair.
please.
Chair, the auditor, apologies, Chair. Earlier on when I spoke, I did not introduce myself. I heard one of the honorable members from the previous municipality that was sitting here calling me by the wrong name. My name is Honorable Talento Gupega. Chair, the Auditor General, with the notes that they gave us, said there is significant doubt about the municipality's ability to continue operating as a going concern. Now, I think that's a very big indictment for the people sitting in front of us here, Chair. The second issue, Chair, is something that has been all over the media, all over the news for a very long time, over a number of years, and it seems as though it has not changed. The sewerage that is flowing into people's houses and businesses in Tswaying local municipality. One of, I think it was Business Tech, wrote and said, and I quote, "Life is increasingly unbearable for residents and business operations. There's consistent sewerage leakages, dry taps, power outages, political turmoil, Financial instability and these challenges seem insurmountable. Now, with that said, Chair, I think that I'm not sure what the mayor, what the speaker, what the MM and the CFO have to say about that, but I would like maybe one of them to comment on that. If we're getting now in 2025 that is still a going concern for them.
Okay. Please round up. You've gone beyond your minute and something.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Chair, another issue that is there, just lastly, it is noted with great concern that the mayor and speaker are hugely responsible for stalling and delaying the implementation of the approved mandatory intervention by the Executive Council. Now, this was from the MEC, Chair. So I would like
So the MEC is saying so?
MEC, yes, MEC of Finance.
Which MEC?
MEC of Finance.
This one? This one?
Yes, Chair.
And he said that in a letter, or is it what?
Yes, it was a letter, Chair.
Please send the letter. Continue.
This letter details several issues contributing to the collapse, highlighting governance and institutional problems, including the municipality's non-implementation of directives issued by the provincial executive reps. Again, Chair, I would like the executive to comment on that. Thank you, Chair.
All right. Let's get the comment from there. I'll come back this side. We'll take 2 comments. All right. No. You have had, wait. We're going that way now. No, follow-ups, wait. Your follow-up, I've indicated that will be dealt with in the summary now. Yes. No. Yeah, no. We're not going that route. Please, let's have a response.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. That letter is 2-year-old now. We have the PER sent by the Provincial Treasury, MEC, who resumed his responsibility from February 2025. That letter that says the mayor and the speaker refused to intervention. How can we receive intervention? The PER is
You are
there.
right up to that point. You are now wrong. You see, this is the problem. You are forcing us to ask the question, why did the MEC say so? We're now going to answer that question, because you can't argue going forward when you have not explained going backwards. You say the letter is old. What made the letter to be written in those very castigating terms? There was something. So you're going to have to tell us that now.
The MEC, thank you very much, Chair. The former MEC, Honorable Khosho, wrote a letter to the mayor and the speaker, to the mayor, informing them about their interruptions and them refusing intervention. And the letter was sent to us, and we were
Sent to
surprised.
us. Who's us?
Speaker and mayor.
The same ones who were written to by MEC
Honorable
Khosho.
Khosho, yes.
Continue.
And then we had a good relationship with the PER, Mema Montu. And then after that letter, the PER was immediately removed from the municipality. So I don't know the reasons for the MEC to write that letter to us, because we were working with the PER. The PER was always in our meeting, so I don't know what informed that letter, Honorable Chair.
The letter was written to you,
Yes.
and then because the letter was written, you're saying that because the letter was written, it was written after the PER was removed.
No, the letter was written to remove actually the PER. The PER was removed immediately by the MEC.
So who would judge that you had a good relationship between yourself and the reporting that his PR is doing to the MEC?
Fortunately enough, the PER who was removed from Zwain is brought back, and then he can also attest that there was a relationship.
When you say brought back, you mean?
She was reappointed again February 2025.
In trying again?
Again, the same person who was removed in 2024.
Can we hold this issue there? Okay, we're going to come back. On these two, there are a few issues where the MECs and the Premier are going to respond. I know. No. I know who's MEC Khosho. Let's leave that part. Let's get the questions.
No, thanks, Chair. Chair, I think I want to just clarify something that was raised by Honorable Masiu earlier. What we have in front of us, and I think it's wrong for the mayor to say she'll make a submission when the person in question is next to her. Now, the acting MM can answer the questions that we want to have answered. Was he the speaker before in this municipality is the first question. The second question, between 2003 and 2005, was he dismissed as a corporate services manager in the same municipality? The third question, the acting MM. Third question, between 2010 and 2012 in his position in the same municipality, was he again dismissed? It's the third question. The fourth question, how did he become an HR manager without an advert or any recruitment process? And at which point after his appointment as an HR manager did he become an acting corporate services manager and then subsequently an acting MM? The same former speaker. We don't need to get a submission, Chairperson. He's here to answer those questions.
When you say former speaker, what do you mean?
The acting MM is a former speaker of the same municipality where he has been
Councillor. A councillor.
Indeed.
Who runs the council.
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now we don't need a submission, Chairperson, because the delay is that a formal submission would be given to the committee. He's here. She does not need to submit, he can answer.
Okay, can we settle this issue? These are historical records. Mayor and then MM.
Let me give the acting MM because I don't know this.
What can you confirm?
What I can confirm is that the acting MM was a corporate director in Tsoaing local municipality from
Okay,
2001 until
The one next to you.
this one.
Yeah, continue.
And by that time I was a councillor
You
and
were
a
a
chairperson of EXCO, 2001 until 2006. That one I know. But the others that he was dismissed from where, let me not comment on that. because
Okay,
don't
I just wanted to confirm what you know. All you can confirm, he was
a corporate service director
right,
of
from
Tsoaing
two-
local municipality from 2001
2001
until
to
2006.
2006.
He served 5 years there.
Then he was the, he came back to the municipality. When did he come back when you were there? To Tsoaing?
He was a councillor. I was not there. I was
I'm
not
talking
there.
about this time when you say you
Now.
were there. Yes, yes.
He came as a HR manager, human resource.
When?
I don't remember the.
He was HR manager.
20
Okay. No, wait. Don't get.
We started our council 2021, I think 2022.
As an HR manager.
Human resource.
All right. Then, okay, then, after that?
After that, he was appointed as an acting corporate service director. And then the municipality did request secondment from Cogta
So he was acting on which year now?
from 2023.
2023. Okay. At which point was he appointed by the province?
I'm not aware of that.
Okay, all right, let me leave that. I'll come back to the question. Let's come to you. Sorry, what's your name again?
Thanks, Chair. I was never dismissed by Tsoaing local municipality. I worked there until my term ended.
Which was when? Just
As a
give us a
corporate
tip.
services director.
Corporate Services Director, which years?
2021 until 2001 until 2006.
Okay. Your term ended?
Yes.
Okay. Then after that?
After that, I became a councillor. In fact, I worked for KPMG. It was a contract employment for a period of 3 years. I worked there to verify plus in the province as the chairperson ordered a team. Immediately after the contract lapsed, then I came to Tswai local municipality as a councillor.
Which years?
As a councillor for 2021 period.
Only 1 year?
Not for
the full term?
Full term, yes. For that council, which
2021? 2021, you became a councillor?
Yes.
Okay, for how many years?
For 5 years.
Okay, 2021, 5 years, and next year?
No. 2016, I'm sorry. 2016.
Okay, but you say you went in 2021?
Yes. It ended in 2021.
2016 to 2021, you were a councillor?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then after that?
After that, I was appointed by Tswai temporarily as an HR manager.
In 2020?
2022.
Okay. And then?
Later, I was appointed as an acting director corporate.
Acting, which is 2023?
Yes.
Until?
To date.
Until to date.
Yes.
So what's your qualification?
Degree in public administration and municipal administration.
Okay. And you say you were never dismissed anywhere?
No, no.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Can I just finish my question?
Oh, I thought you finished.
No. I just wanted to clarify that issue. Now, Chair, just to complete it.
Let's not use fingers.
Sorry, Chair, I withdraw the finger.
Yeah, no fingers. Yeah.
Sorry, Chair, just to complete it. That cumulative experience which we've been given now is an indication that the 5 years required to be a senior manager would not have been met. I thought I wanted to make that point. The last point, Chair, is that in terms of the response or submission from Tswai, the mayor has signed an acknowledgement of debt to the municipality, but there's been no disciplinary process in that respect. I just wanted to...
Acknowledgement of debt for what?
There's no value. It was together with some 10 million, there's no value in terms of what the debt is for in their response.
Okay, don't be so, it's taking a lot of time to try and probe. Can you show us this acknowledgement of it?
Yes,
All right.
I'll deal with it. The question, Chair, is just the disciplinary process. What is the intention on the side of the Speaker in terms of the disciplinary process? That's it. Thanks, Chair.
On the acknowledged debt, do you know what the debt is? Okay, sure. All right, let's move on. Yes?
No, thanks. Thanks.
And please clarify this because your name was
Yes.
quite busy here.
No, thank you. No, thanks, Chair. My name is Mutlalipula Khosha. I'm the former...
No, you bring it too close so I can hear your voices very soon.
Thank you, Chair. My name is...
No, close.
Okay. Thank you, Chair. My name is Mutlalipula Khosha, former MEC for Finance that has implemented the financial recovery plans for the municipality. Yes, Chair, we did make changes on the basis of assessments that we have made. And then the former PER was moved to Mamusa. There was a new PER that was appointed. It was not that was removed on the basis of the conduct of the resistance by the mayor, by the way. So I'm more than willing to give you a detailed report because I'm trying to go through my emails. But yes, I did write that letter. In terms of implementation, there was an issue around the structure. which actually we were in conflict because they wanted to do the upgrading while they are in financial crisis. And the former PER did indicate the matter that they must not implement the job evaluation report, which was going to actually create more crisis, financial crisis for the municipality. That is why actually we raised concerns on how does the mayor in particular would want the FRP to be implemented, because there were issues of upgrading of positions in terms of the establishment, but it was going to make more into crisis in terms of the finance, because this municipality is one of the municipalities that are in financial crisis, Chair. Hence that. Unfortunately, Chair, as we appointed the new PER, because the other one was moved to Mamusa, to intervene with Mamusa for discretionary. The one that was implemented was subsequently appointed as a director in the office of the Premier. So the position remained vacant, and as the position remained vacant, I think the municipality just proceeded as normal without implementing the financial recovery plan. And by the way, this is one municipality that over years have been assisted through this discretionary discretionary implementation of the financial recovery plan. Long time ago, before even the minister wrote to the Premier and the MEC for Finance to implement the financial recovery. This is one municipality that has been piloted. Chair, the analysis was done in terms of expenditure on the support on this municipality, on supply chain, on acting CFO. So this is one municipality together with Mamusa that they've been supported, and there are costs because we had to do the cost benefit analysis in terms of what has been spent over years in supporting Mamusa and Twine.
Okay.
Then can I get to my question, Chair?
Okay, let's hear your question. You've got 30 seconds for that.
Yeah, it's not a long question, Chair. I just wanted to check because I think Honorable Oliphant has already indicated that the MM is a former councillor, which has covered me. But I want to check when did the MM started to act as an acting MM? That's the first question. The second question, because you had Ntate Maroga that you've spoken about, who was an MM, and I think the MEC did indicate to the municipality, the letter written to the mayor about the term of acting of the MM that has ended. I want to know then, when did the acting MM act, and then did he receive the handover report from the Tate Maroga, the former MM, the former acting MM? Because that is what the minister is asking. That's what the MEC had directed, and have they processed it through the council sitting? Thank you, Chair.
Okay. I'm actually going to give 30 seconds for everyone now so we can try and round up.
Thanks, Chair. I'm Smart, Chairperson of Provincial Public Accounts. Straightforward question. The department seconds Sello Maroga, October. Why do we keep this person beyond the regulated period? Mayor. Next, related. CFO. Why did you pay Sello Maroga the MM salary when this person is actually seconded? The expectation is that you are going to pay the difference between what he earns in Cogta and that salary of the MM. Why did you, CFO, pay that person a full salary of an MM? And then lastly, Chair, MEC Finance, why are you trying to proceed with a structure that is not funded? Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Okay. That was more than 30 seconds, so I'll make you shorter. Proceed.
Thanks, Chair. My name is Offense Mwema, member of the Provincial Public Accounts Committee. I just have one question. So, the acting MM was designated in 2023 as an acting director for corporate services. And you are saying currently, put aside your current role as an acting MM, your current position is that you are the acting director for corporate services. So what was your initial designated duration for your role as an acting director for corporate services? Thanks, Chair.
It's not compulsory, but 30 seconds.
Thank you. I'm glad that it's not compulsory. Thank you, Chairperson. Chairperson, the Trying local municipality had initiated an illegal tariff to electricity consumers through the prepaid system. It was not approved by NERSA.
NERSA has confirmed that in total, the Twaing local municipality owes its residents in excess of 13 million rand. NERSA has directed the Twaing local municipality to credit the accounts of all these residents affected. It has not yet been done. Why has it not yet been done? When will the credits be affected? Thank you, Chairperson.
Okay, let's get the response.
Thank you very much, Chair. The first question that relates to acknowledgement of debt that was signed by the mayor and the speaker did not take any action. It's the same matter that is investigated by the Hawks. There was a report, remember in terms of the Regulation 6 of the supply chain management policy, on quarterly basis, the administration has to table a report to council, litigations reports and other reports that deals with the procurements. And that report was tabled in council in April 2022. And in terms of section 45, subsection 2 of the Municipal Finance Management Act, it compelled the mayor that if there is any dispute, if there is any debt, be it a short-term loan or a long-term debt, there should be an agreement that should be entered into between the municipality and that particular service provider. After the report was tabled before council, there was an acknowledgement of debt that was signed by the mayor, and the mayor was in compliance with section 45 of the Municipal Finance Management Act. Immediately after the mayor signed that acknowledgement of debt, because at that particular time, those suppliers, they were taking municipality to court to say municipality does not pay them. And it's an historical matter. It's not a matter that was generated during our term in this new administration. Immediately after the mayor signed that acknowledgement of debt, the acting municipal manager signed a payment arrangement plan with that particular service provider who wanted to take municipality to court. It is the same matter that is under investigation. Even myself, as a speaker, I don't have a prerogative to deal with the matter while it's in the hands of law enforcement agency. Thanks.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, the issue of the seconded acting Mr. Sello Maruga, the MEC did send me a letter on the 14th of August and explained in a letter that the contract between the department and Mr. Maruga has expired, and then I have to take council into confidence, and then on the 28th August, remember in the letter of the MEC indicated that there must be a proper handover of a close-out report. So on the 28th of August, the close-out report was presented by the acting which was seconded from Cogta, and it was adopted by council, and it was noted by council. And on the same day of the 28th August, council did note the letter of the MEC and also make a recommendation to appoint internally the acting and also to further request the MEC to second an acting when the MEC is ready to do so. So the contract of Ntate Maruga with the municipality, it ended yesterday on the 31st, and then today on the 1st of September, because the letter was on the 14th. I received the letter on the 14th, and then I had to take the letter to council and also to give an ample opportunity to the acting to do a close-out report. Thank you, Chair.
No, thank you very much, Chair. The issue of illegal tariffs by NERSA, this is a historical issue where people were charged for basics who are using a prepaid metering system. And the matter has been investigated, and indeed the municipality has been found wanting in relation to this issue. And furthermore, we did some calculations which we need to finalize their verification as to what will be the impact in terms of the corrective measures that needs to be implemented. From the side of administration, we have written a report to the portfolio committee, which even went to council at some point, and indicating what we are likely to have to deal with should these corrective measures be implemented. So we are now at an advanced stage in terms of the corrective measures that needs to be done. That is the reversal of the incorrect charges on the municipal accounts that are affected by this illegal tariff. And in the current approved tariff lists, also we have made sure that we are not repeating the same mistakes that we have done in the past. So between this month of September and December, the corrective measures will be implemented, as this will also have an impact in terms of the cash flow of the municipality. The issue of the payment of the former acting municipal manager, as per procedure, council took a resolution in terms of accepting the secondment, and as we were preparing for the payment of salaries, we were then requesting Corporate Services Director to avail the letter of appointment of the former acting municipal manager, so that from the side of finance we can be able to make a determination of how much are we supposed to pay to the acting municipal manager. And that particular letter was never submitted to finance, and then we had a meeting at some point with the Honorable Mayor and also the Speaker, where we then agreed that we should continue with the payment, and the acting MM made a commitment that he will send a letter, and if we have overpaid him, he will pay the money back to the municipality, and if he has been underpaid, he will also do the right thing and pay it over to the municipality. Up until the expiry of his contract, that matter was still continuing in that order. But we had a meeting, I believe 2 weeks back, on the same matter with the Honorable Mayor and the Acting Director of Corporate Services. And the Acting MM made an undertaking that he would sign an acknowledgement of debt for anything that is being paid in addition to what is supposed to be receiving. And also we are working closely with the Department of Cogta to get the figures right in terms of how much he should have been paid. And once he has signed acknowledgement, he will start to pay off that additional amount he has been paid. But if he does not cooperate for whatever reason, then the municipality will have to hand him over and attach his property to recover whatever is owing to council. Thanks.
Okay, can I just check this, Mayor? You say your acting MM was appointed yesterday?
On the 28th of, which is last week, Thursday.
Thursday? You'll
Last
send
week,
us. Can you
it
send
was
us
on the
letter?
28th August. It was-
Just, can you share the letter with us? The appointment letter.
Okay.
I would have loved the MECs to comment on some of these issues briefly, but I don't know which ones of those would want to come in. I do have a few issues which I would love you to follow up anyway. Do you wish to comment on any of the issues here? Mrs.? Let's pass the mic. Can you pass the mic to the left? You're covered by your predecessor. All right. Okay, let's leave it. Let's leave it. That's fine. I'd like us to close these issues. Firstly, trying the following issues that you need to deal with. From the Auditor General, the issue of the appointment of managers without proof, it's on record, proof of qualification. So please deal with that. Then the issue, there's also an issue of non-development of staff, which is raised by the AG. The issue that needs proper attention is that of your MPECs. Now, the question of your disciplinary board didn't quite sound clear. It sounds like there's an issue there, but the major focus should be on the investigation of unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditure, for which the AG's or the Scopa's report indicates no cases, no recoveries. So we need concrete actions there with specific timelines and a report that will have to come back to us to show us what we have done in dealing with that issue. All of these issues I'm raising will be monitored by the MECs for purposes of coming back to you if there is any delay or failure to meet the timelines. The issue of vacancies, your report talks about 28%. So we need the filling of those vacancies to be attended to. I think we need a way of getting this issue of the councillors properly discussed and with the Auditor General. If they got the explanation that you got, that we got, I think you would have really confused everybody, because it's an inaccurate explanation of what actually happened. It's a problematic explanation. The issue of Europe car hire, you're going to supply us with all the payments from the start of the contract to date. And we didn't get an explanation as to why this is not available to the public, but this time now we would like that to come to the committee. And so I would like the MEC to have a look at that. So by the time it comes to us, the MEC must be satisfied that they've seen it and they're happy that it's a true record of what we're dealing with. The other issue is the Khanalachte report. MEC would need this properly reported, because it's worrying us the way it's been tabled. And just to declare it as a mistake, just like that, is also a bit confusing. But I'm going to ask the colleagues in the provincial legislature, would you take interest to go and visit this Khanalachte and have a look at it and count the bricks and everything, and just so we know what we're dealing with? So we don't have the confusion of the zero expenditure at 65% and all of that. Let's just close it once and for all. Then the issue of the tariffs owed to the residents. I'd like the Premier to be interested in this matter. From where I sit, it's got a potential of exploding as a very big problem. And so I'd like you to apply your mind to it as Premier with your team. And so I'd like you to apply your mind to it as Premier with your team. And so I'd like you to apply your mind to it as Premier with your team. And we'll pick it up from there. But I would like the MEC to also have a look at the whole history here. There's too many issues, and some I've not allowed further follow-ups. The question of qualification was raised. The acting manager has indicated that that's not a problem. The other query has been whether the experience is suitable, and I think if you could look into all of that. And we just need a proper record of all the history of his career so that we can close the issue where it needs to be closed and it doesn't continue to be a matter that requires any further speculation. With that, let me then say, the last point, Mayor, your concern about the letter written by the MEC, there is the MEC, has just responded. From where we sit, we think your concerns have been responded to, and from that point of view, I don't believe we should take this matter further, and so we must close it at that. May I therefore request that you be excused and then step off the platform, and let's try and deal with the next municipality. It does look like we will have serious constraints with times. Nevertheless, you're welcome. Thank you. We'll have constraints with time. Honorable members, we're going to take the next. Could I ask you to pick up the tea if there's still tea available? Refresh as you walk along. We won't stop the meeting. We'll just proceed. So our next municipal